Hello and good morning. Today we are going to see few more programs which are based on loops. So let's begin. So here I have created one program. Before we do with the loop, this is a program. It's a menu based program. Okay, this is a menu based program. I'll just show you the output first and then I will explain you how it is being done. Here this is like a menu is been displayed to the user, like 1 is for addition, 2 is for subtraction, 3 is for division and 4 is for multiplication. User is supposed to enter his choice, and if he doesn't want to move ahead, he can enter 0 to exit. So supposing I enter the choice is either 1 2 3 4. So supposing I enter 2, that is subtraction, so I enter two numbers. So I will enter two numbers, and you can see subtraction of two numbers is 190, that is 200 minus 10, and then again it will ask me. So I will enter, I can give a new option, say this is addition. Now this is giving me addition of the two numbers. So until and unless the user doesn't enter 0, this particular what is the menu will keep on being displayed. So once the user enters 0, then this program will stop execution. Now let's see how we have done this. Now for this particular program I'll be using various variables. So I have declared the variables. So as and when we will start the program, we will see how the variables have been used. So here there are four variables: answer, A, B and choice. I have initialized by default the value to them as 0. I've used the scanner class to accept the value from the user. So I've created a scanner class object. Now I have used a do while loop over here. Now we know that a do while loop gets executed at least once. Okay, so if you want some statements to get executed at least once, then we can put those group of statements inside the do while loop. So I have started do, okay, and in the end if you'll see there is a while, okay, and while choice is not equal to 0. So user will enter a choice, okay, and till that value is not equal to 0, this do while loop will keep on executing. Okay, now what is choice? First see, I have just constructed the menu. So here the menu is getting displayed, as you can see here, menu 1 2 3 4, enter your choice and enter 0 to exit. So this system.out.println statements are meant for display purpose. Okay, now with the help of this scanner object, I am accepting the value from the user and storing it in the choice variable. Okay, so user will enter any of his choice 1 2 3 4, and if he wants to exit, then he will enter 0. So here I have accepted the value and stored in the variable choice. Now I have used a switch case statement in this. So if you can recollect our calculator program where we had used a switch case, but in that program it was only executing once. Now here this will keep on getting executing until the user doesn't enter the value as 0. So here the choice is given and then the cases are been given, and in this cases we are accepting the values from the users, and if it is addition, then its addition is happening. If it is subtraction, subtraction is happening. If it is division, and if it is multiplication, and default I don't want to print any output over here, so I just say break, and while choice not equal to 0. So this do while loop will first time you will come inside the this particular loop. Okay, so here you can see when I execute it, so the first time I am coming in this. Supposing I enter 0, uh, suppose I enter 0 over here, then it will stop. Okay, that thing means the choice I have given the condition while choice not equal to 0. So now if the choice is equal to 0, so it is coming outside the loop. Okay, so till the time choice not equal to 0, this will keep on, the switch case statements will keep on getting executed. So this is, you might be asked, a menu based program. So when you are having a query on menu based program, you can always put the menu inside the do while statements. So let's move ahead and we will create a program of nested fors. Now basically nested for loops are used for n number of purposes. Now first we will see the nested for loops for printing the patterns. So here I am creating a nested for loop. So supposing I create int I and j. Now what is nested? Nested loops or nested for loops is just like one loop under another loop. Okay, that is a nested loops. Okay, now how does a nested loops work? The inner loop gets executed completely and then you come out and then the outer loop gets executed. Okay, now let's see how it is working. Say for I equal to 0, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. So what will happen? This particular loop will get executed 5 times. Okay, that is no, it's starting from 0, so it will happen 6 times. So now if I put 1, so this will go for 5 times. So it is 1 2 till I plus plus, that is till I becomes 5. So once I becomes 6, you come outside the loop. So this particular loop is going for 5 times. Now again I put an for loop. So here I use j equal to 1, j less than or equal to say I and j plus plus, and I say system dot out dot print the value of j and then system dot out dot println. I close this main, I close this nested fors. Okay, now let's see how this is working. Now first I have initialized I to 1. 1 is less than 5. So condition is true. You come inside this loop. Now j is what? 1. Okay, and 1 is less than or equal to, what is the value of I when you come inside this? 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So it will print what? 1. So 1 gets printed. Then j gets incremented by 1. So new value of j will be now 2. Now 2 is not less than 1. So again you come outside this loop and then I will get incremented to 2. So now 2 is less than 5. So again when you come inside this, j again gets initialized to 1. So again it was 1 is less than, now the value of I is what? 2. So 1 is less than 2, so it will print what? I's value as again 1. Then j gets incremented, so 2 is again equal to 2, so j will be printed as 2. Okay, so I'll just quickly execute this program and see how the output looks like. So you should just understand how these I and j are working. I'm getting an error, maybe I have not closed a curly braces. So now this for is getting closed here, this for is getting closed here. Okay, my class is not getting ended. Now I'll print Java nested for. So here you can see 1 1 2, this is a pattern 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. So this is a pattern which is getting printed. So when this is like, what is this I 1 1 2, these are the values of j. Now instead of j, if I print I, okay, let's see what is happening. Okay, now see here 1, then 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5. So in this way the I, because I, whenever you come inside this loop, I's value is always constant. The j keeps on changing. Okay, so j will, first time it is 1, then next time when you come I is say 2 and j is what? 1. So when I is 1, it is printing 2 first time. When j is again 2, then again it is printing the I's value as 2. So when you come inside this loop, I value is constant but j's value keep on changing. So you might be getting a program where you have to print patterns. So in that place you have to understand how the pattern is, and accordingly you have to use the loops, nested loops. It might happen you require 2 nested, or maybe you require 3. That totally depends on the patterns. Okay. Now supposing instead of printing I print in double quotes star. Okay. So now this is giving a star. Okay. So in this way you can like this is a simple what nested loops which are printing different types of patterns. Okay. So now we will make a change in the pattern where say I want to print star. Now how it is getting printed over here? Okay. There is I want to print a space and then I want to print a star. Okay. So for that maybe I'll use another for loop for printing space. So I'll declare another variable, say k. So while k equal to 1, k less than or equal to I, k plus plus. Okay, here it is a semicolon. So you can see the spaces are printed, but it is going in this way. Okay, so let's make a change in it. What is happening over here is first it is printing a space, then there are 2 spaces, then 3 spaces, then 4 spaces, and then 5 spaces are getting printed, and then the stars are coming. So it is coming in this way. Okay, so I wanted something like I have a star and then the 2 stars just below it or besides it. So wait a minute, I'll just change this program. I put a space inside over here only. Yeah, I'm getting a space over here now. Okay, that is the space before, because I have given before also your space, and I have given an after also I have given a space. Okay, now let's see few more examples. I will take some few minutes to just find out my programs, because there are many programs in this. Just give me some time. okay, it is in a different folder. Okay, fine. So this is, wait, now this is a very long loop because it is going to 15. I'll make it small. Okay. So now we will see how are we doing this. Like, see, first there is a star getting printed. Okay, but the star is getting printed after few spaces. Okay, now the spaces are coming how many? Like, it is depending on total how many we are printing, the 5 stars. So here the spaces are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 spaces are coming. Then 4, then 3, then 2, and then nothing. Okay, so first we have to print the spaces and then a star, then spaces, then 2 stars accordingly. So there is a loop which has been used for it. Okay, now here what I have done is, this is your, like how you have written it in BlueJ, like you call a function. Okay, this is a pyramid pattern. This is a function name which is getting called from the public static void main function. Okay, and I am passing n is nothing but how many stars you want. Okay, how many pyramids you want. So this is 5 I have passed. Okay, so here this is my function name and the value over here is 5. So now the first is nothing, the first loop is nothing but the outer loop for number of rows. So this is how many n is what the number of rows. So I want 5 rows. So this is starting from 0 and less than 5. Okay, now I want to print the spaces. Okay, now you can see the spaces I want to print. Fine. Now the spaces is nothing but again a variable j has been used equal to n minus 1. Okay, that is for example I have to print how many, 4 spaces. Fine. So this is 4, 5 minus 1. So j is 4. 4 is greater than or equal to greater than 1, and j minus minus. So it will print a space when j is 4. Then it will print a space when j is 3. Then again a space when j is 2, and when j is 1 then it will come out of the loop. Okay, so it will print these spaces over here. Okay, when j is what, 4, 3, 2 and not 1. So this is 4, 3, 2. This is printing how many, 3 spaces over here. Okay, this is printing 3 spaces. Now actually I want to print the star. So this loop is nothing but the star. This is the inner loop for number of columns. Okay, so this is the same what the logic which we had used just now, that is j is equal to 0, j less than equal to I, and print star. So this will print the star. Okay, then again you will come inside this, I will get incremented, so i's new value will be 1. So now j is what, 5 minus 1. Okay, sorry, j is 2. So accordingly these loops will keep on executing, and we are getting the pattern, the desired output we are getting. Okay, so I'll share you this program so that you can try out these patterns on your own. Now we will move on with the next program. Now here you can see the pattern. They can ask you to type anything, like supposing I say J. Okay, so you can see the program will change now. Okay, this the program is getting changed because it is printing the value of J. Okay, so that is completely depends on what you want to print. We are going to get the output. Now you will get a program of printing the patterns for alphabets. Okay, that is, okay, just now we did the program of pattern. In the same program I will alter it. Okay, fine. So here what it is, this is printing the stars. So I'll just change this. Okay, here you can see the pattern is printing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Okay, so now if you want just A, B, B, C, C in that way, okay, so then you have to, when you come inside the loop, because what is happening, the ch is getting, I have printed the value of ch is nothing but a character variable. I have initialized to 65. You can initialize it to say 97. If I initialize it to 97, then you can see the output will come in small a b c d. Okay, so this is coming in small a b c d. Okay, so depending on what is the requirement, we can accordingly alter this program. Now if I want the output as A, then BB, then CCC accordingly, then I will say I will not increment this value of CH over here. I will increment it over here, outside it. Here you can see A, B, B, C, C, D, D. Because as first, if you would increment it over here, then inside the for loop, that those many times the CH is getting incremented. Okay, so I didn't do that. I did it outside the for loop. So then accordingly, see the output is getting altered. Fine. So I will send you few programs on this nested for loops today, maybe by evening, and then you can try solving these pattern programs. If you have any queries regarding the nested patterns program, you please get back to me. Thank you.